This week, Monster House goes Hollywood. There's action,
Firing!
drama,
What did I tell you? Why am I edgy?
and comedy
These things stink, dude. Oh my God.
as our team of builders battle the clock and each other
We're gonna start right now once we get the go-ahead.
to transform this B-movie bungalow into a home of Oscar potential. The owners will turn over their keys to our mogul of monster makeovers, Steve Watson. This week's blockbuster builders will have a mere 5 days to put the wood in Hollywood.
Our house was plain and simple. It was safe and normal. It was nice and sweet, but we all agreed we could use a change. And then something happened that was very strange, 'cause a van showed up, all our stuff went flying, and my mom was crying till the job was done. Now it's a monster house. It's a monster house. It's a monster house, and we all just love it. It's a monster house.
Jeff and Jenny Maynard are homeowners with a passion for the movies.
Well, the reason we arrived at the golden age of Hollywood theme for the house was we operate in this industry, and that was a great time in Hollywood.
All the romance of that era and the excitement of that era, and it'll be a fun place to be, a fun place to, kind of hang out.
They rent a room to aspiring actor Dan Lohman.
My house back home in Baltimore is under perpetual renovation. My dad is a one-man crew, so it'll be nice to see you guys do something in 5 days that back home's taken 20 years.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. I think it's going to be exciting.
I'm anticipating something really special.
Jeff and Jenny have agreed to turn over all creative control to Steve and his crew. With the comfort of our disabled homeowner in mind, we've decided this week to forego the RV and treat them to a hotel. Steve summons his design team to put some Hollywood glamour into this typical tract home. Architect Todd Erlinson, illustrator Craig Rizzo, and photographer Ave Pildus, an expert on Art Deco movie houses.
Okay, so I want to use your expertise. When I say golden age of Hollywood house, what does that conjure up with you?
Well, certainly movie theaters, the Chinese theater or the Egyptian theater, Art Deco themes.
Let's just make this thing just one big movie theater.
You get the ticket booth here, then this obviously is the space
Then that's gotta be
make
the
that
theater.
the theater, right? You can get your screen up on one wall and have plenty of room for seats.
And the ticket booth can kind of start to enclose that, even make it more intimate.
What else do we need? If we're gonna have a big movie screen, what do we need?
How about a place for posters? Or
I would like to have a couple light boxes for some posters. What if you just put a big banquet booth in there?
Kind of in the Art Deco style, something real smooth and long and streamlined.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, too, because it was their dining area.
There was always that kind of projection booth up in the back with the little hole and the light coming out of it. That would be great.
They have this room in the back that I hate. It's got this god-awful paneling, straight out of 1972. It's horrible. We have to do something with that room. I mean, it's awful.
Well, you got this whole room. You could do a full-on concession stand like at the theater, right?
We can put the concession stand back there and just keep our theme going from the front door all the way to the back.
I mean, to really personalize a space, you got to have the places to put the impressions in the concrete.
All right, I like it. We've got the ticket booth, the theater, we got the soffit for the projector.
And the Walk of Fame ties it all together.
The Walk of Fame ties it all together.
Here's the plan. The living room will get a ticket booth that contains a home entertainment center. It will also become a home theater with a floor-to-ceiling screen, a banquet booth, and a soffit to house the digital video projector. A Walk of Fame will lead to the homeowner's handprints immortalized in concrete. In the back room, the sliding glass door will be replaced by a wall with light boxes for movie posters. And the existing bar will be torn out to make way for a fully functioning concession stand.
I like it. Let's get to it. It's time to build.
Day 1, and this week's cast have arrived on set. John Holzman, master cabinet maker. Alicia Atella, up-and-coming production designer. Daniel Hall, ace electrician. Joe Warson, set builder and carpenter. Randy Mate, licensed contractor. They'll have to complete this entire remodel in just 5 days. If successful, they'll each receive tools from Makita and ESAB worth over $3,000.
You're the homeowners. That's right, big smiles, big smiles. And you'll give me the keys. Okay, let's get these people a motel. We got a house rip apart, let's go. All right, people, enough of this Hollywood crap. We got some building to do.
The builders assemble inside to go over the script with director Steve.
Welcome to Monster House. It's gonna be a long week, it's gonna be a fun week. You probably won't forget this week for a long time. We have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna get to the plans right now so you know exactly what we're up to this week. Here we go. Got a ticket booth. This is gonna be a facade dressing, painting. We're gonna bring this wall out. Got the ticket booth right here. Welcome to the show. And there's more. We're gonna build these guys a nice big booth. Sort of, you know, have you been to the Brown Derby style booths? If we're gonna build one of those now. She is in a wheelchair. We're gonna have to cut this out so that she can be a part of the table. You know, she can sit at the table with her friends and entertain. That's gonna be this area right here. So this area right here, this is gonna be the concession stand. I know you look at this and you think, well, we can just dress around this, make this a concession stand. I think we need to take everything out. This will be the first thing to come out today. All right. Top and bottom. This area right here, they're obviously not using this double door. We're gonna take that out, put our wall in there, movie posters all the way around, and on the floor, gonna have a walk of fame. This is what I'm most excited about right here. This area. They're gonna have their own personal private screening room. Screen that comes down, velvet curtains. So that's what you guys have to get done in 5 days. First thing's demo, so I say we get to work and rip this place apart and get to it.
It's time to get down to
Action, 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 action.
Joe and Randy make quick work of the sliding glass doors. Across the room, the entire cast rips into the wood panel bar. Alicia carefully dismantles the plumbing, while Joe uncarefully knocks down the cabinets. Then some paneling gets cut out of the picture. True to Hollywood form, one builder is already complaining that he's been cast in the wrong part.
I hate this. I refuse to do this. In general, I don't like this kind of work. I don't enjoy this. I think this is a young man's work, not an old man's work.
John wants a role more befitting his many years as a star cabinet maker. So he teams up with Randy to plot out the ticket booth.
We were confused about the size of the door and the size of the inside of this booth because she needs a 5-foot radius to be able to move around in her wheelchair. And you've got it marked over here too?
Yeah.
And so how much space do you have?
4
between?
feet.
You got 4 feet. That's plenty of room to move around in there.
But good enough isn't good enough for John. He won't be content until it's perfect.
You're gonna at least 2 feet.
2 feet
this
wide,
way.
approximately 4 feet high, from what I measured out of the equipment that was on the shelves over there.
After 2 hours, the team's old-timers still haven't signed off on the final script.
You know what? Here's the way I look at it. You guys are here for a reason because obviously you know what you're doing. As long as it looks cool and it follows with our theme and you get it done by Friday, I'm fine with it.
In the back, Joe is getting into character.
We're making magic over here. Y'all just keep with your stuff. We're making magic. We're figuring stuff out. Y'all still pedunking over there with that stuff. We're figuring stuff out.
I think that's a great idea. You think we can actually build it?
Absolutely, we can build it.
Can we actually start it sometime within the next, I don't know.
We're gonna start right now once I get the go-ahead.
Good.
Are you giving me the go-ahead?
I'm giving you the go-ahead. I see a lot of sweat and no work.
Well, what do you want me to do? Can I go? These guys are bugging me.
I think we found our crazy one for the week.
I take this little blue pill, 30 milligrams. Does a guy right. And that ain't Viagra.
By mid-afternoon, John and Randy are still doing rewrites on their ticket booth.
Are we actually gonna build something today or are we just gonna draw pictures on it?
Just draw pictures.
It is 3 o'clock and we haven't built a damn thing. A lot of measuring though, a lot of drawing on the floor. This has definitely gotta be a Monster House record because we've gone 8 hours without building anything.
Just when all seems lost, Sheriff Randy pulls out his ram set and fires off the first nail. And building has finally begun. The team's only female is eager to get a part in this picture, and Randy is kind enough to show her how to read a measuring tape.
What's this measure to there?
Alicia doesn't mention that she already knows how to read a measuring tape.
I'll have to get some 2x4s.
In the back room, Joe frames a wall where the glass doors used to be.
I think sometimes I scare people a little bit. But the stuff I say, it's my life is a daily struggle with inanimate objects. So I try not to say anything. I'm Kobe Bryant. I am invincible. I am number 8. In my heart, I am number 8. Because we know what we're doing.
Off in a corner, electrician Daniel is sorting out a tangle of wires.
It's part of the deal. You know, that's what happens when you tear stuff out. Fortunately, we didn't knock any of the plumbing lines out, so, you know, we're good.
As day 1 winds down, Steve discovers the team has missed a major plot point.
So how are you doing on lumber?
Huh?
How are you doing on lumber?
We're gonna need some more.
So who's taking care of this lumber order? Is that you?
No, I put a piece of wood right here.
They're right there.
Thank you very much.
It is right at 5 o'clock, and they're almost out of lumber. It's a construction job with a lot of framing. A big lumber order like this one, it could be tomorrow afternoon, after lunch.
Before the lumber can be ordered, John has to come up with a plan for the concession stand. And he doesn't like being rushed.
I feel like a clean rag on a dirty floor.
Alicia and Joe have come up with an idea for improving the soffit.
I'll point.
Okay. So instead of just having the soffit that's going to have the recessed lighting and the projector going straight across, the idea was to come out over the diner table with the, you know, the booth seating over here, and then come back in. So you form almost a little canopy over the table where the projector comes out of. And we thought that that would sort of separate out the little eating sort of from the entertainment area over here.
Out front, the homeowners show up to get their first hint of what they've gotten themselves into.
Was this important? I would like to present this to you for allowing us to work on your house.
Thanks. Can I wear it?
You can wear that? Yeah, absolutely. That's your bling bling. Just be careful. It hangs a little low.
He'll be at without his bling.
I'd have to say you guys just really didn't like this, did you?
Well, it just didn't fit with the motif. Anything else you want to dig out of the trash and take with you, you're more than welcome to go in there and jump in it.
Cool.
That's great.
Thanks for the rally.
There you go.
Nice.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks.
At the end of day 1, our crew counts their meager accomplishments. The ticket booth is a skeleton. A few boards have gone up on the back wall. And the concession stand is still a figment of John's imagination.
The end of day 1, I'm actually, and I'll say this right in front of this gentleman, I'm a little bit nervous about the progress that has not been made today. You know, they do have a deadline, so I'm hoping that with this guy's drive and determination, they can pull it off. It's just we have to think faster and
Oh, come on, man. They built the whole planet in 7 days. All we're doing is boxes. Knock these boxes up.
That's a different guy.
Yeah.
The rest of the team is unfazed by the snail's pace of this production.
Tomorrow there'll be a lot more progress because tomorrow we'll have materials.
I think we ought to spend this time wisely by doing some planning, like what are we going to do for this sink, moving the plumbing around. Some stuff that tomorrow, so we're not standing around as long as we did today getting started, would make a hell of a difference for us in getting this project completed.
For me, at least, it was a day about sort of getting settled and finding, I guess, where my place in the project was going to be. And I tried to be a helper body wherever I could.
You know, it's teamwork, and I feel like I'm really now part of a team. And it started here, day 1, with Monster House.
Steve starts day 2 with a visual aid.
So this is just a reminder of what the situation is. This will kind of, you know, hopefully give us a little motivation to get this thing done and to know where we are.
He tries to help this cast find their motivation.
All of us need to work together on all the designs. We can all have different ideas, about different designs, and we all have the right to be heard about designs.
But John isn't biting. Scratch that, he is biting.
What do you mean, we'll talk about it, and if I want to go in a different direction, so why talk about it? Just go in the direction that you want.
Well,
we'll talk about it, and if I want to
it.
go in a different direction, we'll go in a different direction.
Well,
What's the
if
truth?
we're talking about it, one of our team members seems to be a little amped up today. John is a little bit of a freak. What is it?
We don't need different ways. You can do anything you want. Boy, if that guy escapes with his life, if I don't kill him.
The problem basically with John is that he doesn't like to take ideas from other people, and just with you know, making a couple suggestions to the guy, he just immediately started to blow up and get in my face about it, and this just isn't the right place to get in my face, you know? Not on this job site.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk to you. I'd rather not deal with this at this particular moment. All right. All right? Is that all right with you? Thank you.
Joe gets to work framing a soffit to house the digital projector.
I have to level this, and it's a very simple way to level. A little level, you bullet right here. You push it up until you see the bubble. Ah!
Alicia is just hoping that today she'll at least get to hold a hammer.
I think by the end of the day, or maybe perhaps by the middle of tomorrow, I'll have them convinced that I'm not a dumb girl and I can do some things.
Her first assignment? Go on a shopping trip.
You don't see a lot of girls in a construction crew.
Daniel plots out the complex wiring for the screening room's many lights.
We have 2 dimmers. One dimmer running the 2 columns. Power for that's going to have the switch inside for the box office, and then the soffit's going to have dimmers on this side.
By mid-morning, Joe has finished the framing and moves on to the sheetrock.
I'm sheetrock boy right now. When you're sheetrock boy, you're automatically put in a sour mood. Especially hanging sheetrock on a soffit by yourself. Just my screw gun in my head. I'm glad that I have a head to do this, and I gotta do this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ow. Ow. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh God. Oh dear God. That was crazy.
Cut to a truckload of much-needed lumber getting dumped in the driveway. Inside, somebody's been sniffing sheetrock.
Remember that?
He loves the precious.
Maybe we need to come in here with the levels to make sure this guy knows what he's doing.
Hey, that's not funny.
It's noon by the time Alicia returns, but her shopping list has got a lot of items that aren't crossed off.
I got what I could get with what they had, and hopefully it's somewhat acceptable. So there's some stuff that they didn't have. I'll show you when I get it all in here what we got, and I hope you can read. You specifically requested flammable contact cement. All they had was
They don't have gallons?
all they had in stock was 4 pint-size ones, so we didn't get it.
And the iron?
They didn't have that either.
And so, back to the store she goes. On the Walk of Fame, Steve's venting his frustration by cutting out concrete.
I'd like to see some framing go up on this concession stand and the top of that, but, you know, you can ask, doesn't mean you're gonna get what you want.
In the living room, Joe's in a holding pattern.
I'd hold at this point because there's too many questions.
But I want to continue. I need to keep going. What do I do now? I need to keep going. What to do?
So Randy gives him a new assignment.
What am I supposed to do here?
Jock hammer.
You're kidding.
This is where the hands are going to go.
Ah, for the love of God.
This workhorse may seem bonkers, but he's getting the job done.
He's more willing to do this work than anybody. He just wants to keep going and working, and it's great.
Still about 8 hours behind schedule, but it is what it is.
Now that John's got some lumber, he can get started on the concession stand's marquee.
I don't like the idea of sacrificing quality to any kind of a look. There are people that are going to live with this, so it has to be done in a craftsman-like manner.
They haul it inside and nail it to the ceiling. But John the stickler won't be content until it's perfect.
It's an antique.
That planer that John had in his hand, is a horrible omen that this will never be completed. If we're actually worrying about that, we're doomed. Horribly doomed. Horribly, horribly doomed.
This turn to hand tools inspires Joe to come up with a Monster House spin-off.
This shop should be called Quaker House. Everything manufactured by hand tools. No motorized, no mechanical, all hand crank Quaker tools.
Couple of candles, electric's done.
John is our foreman. Jobs take years, but they're all handmade.
Joe's rant prompts Steve to take another shot at getting this team back on track.
I just happened to be walking through the house, and I think that Joe had some concerns that he thought we should have a meeting about. And I think that I tend to agree with his concerns. But I want to give it to Joe and let him explain what he is seeing so far.
I was just saying that I think we're getting caught up in a lot of the details of some of the stuff. Like, I feel like we really need to slap this stuff up as fast as we can.
Do you guys feel like we're right on target and we're right on track? What is the progress, I guess, that we had in there? We're doing the plumbing, we're gonna run that electrical. You're working on the cabinets, the base and the cabinets for the floor. Those are gonna be ram set in. Will those be done tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going as fast as I can. It's got to be cut properly. It's got to be square. It's got to be clean.
Right.
It seems to me it's gone all right. It's not. It doesn't look that way, but it's gone all right to me. And I prefer having a kind of relative state of well-being. I lost it this morning. You saw it. You were an inch away from death. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't picture it that way, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, of course not. But you can't just slap it. It just can't be slapped, like you say. It can be done, but then the result of it is something slapped.
I think his point was not saying make it unsafe, or I think that
No.
I think his idea was like, okay, every screw doesn't need to be 3 inches. If one is 4 inches away, it's gonna be fine.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's crazy, but I don't think he's that crazy. We got some really good builders on this team. We have some, I think, that complain too much and maybe think too much. But it's only Tuesday. We have 3 more days left in a few hours, so hopefully they'll get it on track and get this thing going.
Our leading lady returns from her second shopping trip with the makings of a star.
I went to go find composite vinyl tile, carpet, and marble and granite to make the Walk of Fame stars.
She grabs the chance to start work on the Walk of Fame. But her first effort gets panned by the critics.
Ooh, that's a start.
So we're redoing it because I made it a kind of stylized star, and they want it to be a true star.
Daniel has moved on to the wiring for the light boxes.
The posters themselves are going to be planted here on the wall, silhouetted with lights and a nice moving effect.
And he's also uncovered a major fire hazard in the room's existing wiring. Charred wood shows evidence of a fire that could have occurred.
What you've got is wires terminating in the middle of the wall. We've got to run those or trace those all the way back to the box one way or the other. This is all out of code. This is a fire hazard waiting to happen. You can't do it.
Bottom line, it's got to be fixed.
That's right. That's just going to be, more time, more hours, but we're going to get it done.
Yeah, cool, man.
Very good.
It's getting late, and most of the team is ready to call it a night. Only Daniel, now faced with an unexpected wiring nightmare, is ready to go the distance.
Tonight we'll knock off around 4 a.m., get up at 6, do it again.
Day 3, Daniel's been wrestling with the existing wiring all night long. But the problem only seems to be getting bigger. Behind every wall, there's another setback.
Trace these wires back. Each one of them goes back to the box, pull what we need to pull, place what we need to place and be done. I'm certain it's not what we, wanted to bite off when we started this project, but With any remodeling deal, you run into things. You never know exactly what you've got. You're hoping that it's all up to code. You're hoping it's all up to snuff. But sometimes, you find what you find. The other half of this that I gotta like is that we're turning it into a safer place than when we got here, and that's really cool.
Joe's back to being sheetrock boy.
I'm just starting to skin everything with sheetrock. Glorious sheetrock. Sheet 1 of 70,002.
In the backyard, our cantankerous carpenter works on the many shelves and cabinets for the concession stand and ticket booth.
My first goal of the day is to get all my boxes for the whole thing standing.
One of his secrets, melting glue along the edges to seal the wood.
Is called the Hinden process, invented by a cabinet maker, Jeffrey Hinden, in San Francisco.
Steve gently tries to coax him into second gear and live to tell about it.
Last night I was informed that I was about an inch away from death. I almost got killed by a senior citizen. Today, I would like to stay at least 3 inches away from death, or maybe a foot away from death. How many men have you killed?
More than I would care to admit.
Really? Am I supposed to be impressed by that?
No.
That's a ticking time bomb right there.
Our frustrated female starts the day by being told that she bought the wrong tile for the stars.
Yeah, no, they want it like a shade.
Because they do know that the real stuff is lighter than that. The real stars are lighter than that.
They want it.
You seem like you're a little about to blow.
Well, it's just frustrating, and I don't even know what the hell's going on here anymore. So now I have to leave again, and maybe when I get back, we can do another walkthrough. Well, thanks. I'll be back very soon.
As she heads off on yet another shopping trip, Steve wonders if these 5 builders will ever become a team.
Seems like these guys are not working together as a team at all. You got John doing his own thing. He's not welcoming any help from anybody. The guys in this team have purposely taken Alicia out of the loop by giving her busy work or sending her on runs, and then she's getting the wrong stuff because these guys won't give her the right information. And Daniel's doing electric. That's a one-man job. So right now there's no chemistry in our entire build team. And me personally, they're all driving me crazy. Stand itself?
No, this is the...
As day 3 wears on, Steve hazards another check-in on the cabinet maker.
I gotta tell you, it might take a month, but it's gonna look good.
It's not going to take a month. It's going to take years.
It's going to take a long time. It's going to look good.
Years.
So now instead of complaining, he's just planing.
With a little help from Randy, Joe's just about finished sheetrocking the ticket booth. He heads outside to see if any of John's shelves are ready to install. They may look finished, but they're not.
You know what I mean? And the back has to be cut. This has to be done. The back has to be made, sanded as well. You know, you can either cut a back for it as well too.
I just don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know if everyone's concerned about it. If I lose, I'm gonna be very mad. I'm gonna be upset.
Time I finish this cup of coffee.
All this pressure prompts our elder statesman to take a coffee break.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's an immense amount of stuff.
Look.
Girls Gone Wild.
Alicia's back with more tile. Before anyone can send her on another shopping trip, she gets to work.
There, well.
A star is born. But it's gonna take more than stars to light up the heavens at this monster house.
Manny, do appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, anytime.
Diligent Daniel gets right to work on this shipment of recessed lighting. But out back, a new problem is flaring up.
I usually wear my watch real loose, and it's tight now. It's just, I don't know, can you see any difference?
Oh, yeah.
The left and the right is swollen, right?
Swollen, yeah, I see.
Yeah, I can. I got to stop and get home. I got to get to some heavy-duty drugs.
Yeah, I see.
Because I can't move my hand anymore.
So can you still do this stuff with the cabinet?
Yeah, I just use one hand.
John decides there's no way he's going to get anything else done today and heads home to take his arthritis medicine.
We just lost a builder. John just took off a little bit early. He has severe arthritis, which we didn't know about until today. And he can't use his left hand. And so the 4 builders that are left are gonna be here way into the night, probably into the morning. If not, there's not a chance they're gonna get this thing done.
On cue, the homeowners show up, and Steve gives them a new reason to worry.
Ooh, it looks a little burnt too.
A gift-wrapped length of burnt wiring.
Another keepsake from your house and your build team here at Monster House.
That's pretty scary.
But that's nothing to be
little
afraid
smoke
of.
damage? It's not a good sign. This is really bad.
We didn't sleep that good last night.
You didn't sleep that good?
Something about
The
hearing
concrete.
a jackhammer in your house.
Well, your house is still standing, so that's...
Well, this happens.
piles
You can't
are
see what's on the
good.
other side. It's like they left it up as a facade.
Inside, Joe and the others seize the opportunity of John's absence to drag his cabinets inside and install them.
I think the job will be faster without Mr. John. I love John like a brother, but I think he's Mr. Detail. John is the type of guy that you want doing your Sunday New York Times crossword, but not babysitting your 3-year-old.
Okay. No, John...
But nobody can figure out which cabinet goes where. Turns out, John took his plans with him. Steve summons up the courage to call him at home.
Hello, I'm unable to answer your call right now. Please leave your name, number.
A machine, that's great.
Randy's not sure what to say.
Seriously. Okay, so I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'll see you in the morning.
He exits screen right.
See if I can trip as I fall.
Taking the late shift tonight will be our kooky character actor and the girl who just wants a chance to prove herself.
Everybody's sort of cleared out a little bit. I'm gonna get to help Joe over here frame out the windows. So did you do this window too, or just these? Okay.
We've got 2 builders left. Alicia and Joe are back here hard at work. We're still a little bit behind schedule. Hopefully we can get this thing caught up tomorrow.
It's day 4, and our lost cast member is back. John's arthritis is under control, but his mood is worse than ever.
You'll have to pardon me. I've taken some drugs so as to cure my horrifying arthritic condition. And these drugs make me nasty. I'm very serious. It's a, what do they call it, a side effect. So if I reach out, don't you listen? Don't you listen? What did I tell you? Why am I edgy? What did I tell you 2 minutes ago? Why am I edgy?
Not far away, Alicia is starting on the stars for the living room, which will be made out of carpet.
I only have to make 3 of these, and the stars for all 3 of them are already cut out. All I have to do is trace this piece onto another 2-foot by 2-foot square.
Inside, Daniel is lighting up the back room.
Basically, we're putting in these 6 cans on the top. We've got to come in through the board and carve out these nice little donuts you see.
The glass is installed in the ticket booth, and Joe is quietly wallpapering. All is going relatively smoothly when Steve notices that work has yet to begun on the light boxes.
What are we going to do about these light boxes for the movie posters?
The what?
The light boxes for the movie posters. It's up to you guys to build.
Randy dropped the ball as he has 172 times. And he thinks I'm kidding, which is funny.
With time running out, Randy suggests they just go out and buy light boxes ready-made.
That was being done for you guys, as opposed to any other build team. I mean, it is amazing.
I don't actually, quite frankly, I don't give a I just need my question answered. I don't care what any other build team did. I don't care how much harder or easier this build is than any of the other builds.
You guys want everything given to you. It blows me away. Blows me away. I mean, this is supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be difficult.
Randy storms off. Our heated handyman calls an emergency meeting, and Steve's not invited.
So, let's go. We want to do it back there on that table.
Let's go.
Huh? Let's do it.
Do what?
It's a little parlay. We're going to call it a builder's parlay. What do you want to call it?
Are you talking about making love?
Yeah. I walked through and made this punch list. of stuff we have left to do, and so I walked around and we decided what was priority A, what was priority B. I guess I'll just buzz the list to start with, so everybody kind of knows what we got going.
Randy tries his best to focus this fuzzy crew, but they're not playing along.
Oh, you're losing us, man.
You just gotta get to the point.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's good, Randy.
What's the point?
Can you imagine a life without cats?
Another A1 priority, which I'm going to work on right after we get the stars, is the ramp.
What are those things called when you get on your tongue? Is that no? But is that from you not eating well?
Yes.
I got the rash too.
Well, here it is Thursday. The builders had their own meeting without me. I think now they understand that there's still a lot to do. So just to kind of keep these guys focused and, you know, on their way to get this thing done tomorrow night, I've decided I'll take care of these light boxes for these guys to get it out of the way. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. If John used this Delta sander, this drum sander right here, he'd be sitting at home drinking a margarita right now.
John eases back into work on the concession stand.
Marcus here, right?
Problem.
And now it's Joe who's starting to boil.
Come on a second.
I can't. I try to get him to go. It's like go, 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 go. You know. But and then we finally get in there. It's like, let me see. Oh well, this isn't quite. Let me square this. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying it all week. What are they talking about right now?
I don't know. Something stupid, probably.
So that means there should be 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not 3. That's like 4.5.
Something like that's like an 1/8 of an inch off.
That should be a 1/2 inch off, right?
There's a 1/2 inch here, but then there's a 1/2 inch here.
I told him, I said, dude, I would have been, if this was my job and I was designing this job, I'd have been fired 3 days ago. That's flat out. You know, this is going this slow. It's so painful. Yeah.
The drama gets interrupted by a delivery from Roadway. It's a new carpet from Flooring Express of Georgia and a crate of pressed tin ceiling tiles.
This is our the tin for our ceiling from thetinman.com. It's pretty cool stuff. The Tin Man really does have a heart. He gave us this for free.
But the reality of how much work still needs to get done pushes Joe over the edge.
Get on my face right now. Promise you, it's a bad idea.
What's up, dude? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. You know. I mean, tell me what exactly is.
Nothing. I don't even want these cameras on, man. I'm really trying, Steve. I just can't. Like.
Dude, I think you're doing a great job.
I can't handle, like.
You know, I feel bad that you were stuck with this build team. I think you're the one person who can get in there and kick ass and get this thing done.
I can't cover all bases all the time.
We need you and your energy to get this thing done. We got 2 guys who are just taking too much time doing everything, and I know you can get it done. And if you walk out of this thing, then not only am I going to have to kill 2 older guys to get it done myself, but I'm going to have to tell these people they're not moving in. And there's nothing wrong with being human and freaking out, man. There's a lot of pressure.
I know, but man, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be, I don't want people to see me like this, dude.
See that you're a human being? I need you on this team. I need just
right.
I'm gonna leave you alone. Suck it up. I'll be back. But just shake, get it out.
All right.
Get it out. It's cool. So far, I've seen 30 builders on this show. Never had one break down like that. But I think it stems from the fact that he cares more about this project than anybody else in this team. And I think he has more vested interest in this project than anybody else in this team. And I think because of that, trying to pick up everybody's slack, it just broke him. He's working with some people that they're just slow. And because of that, we just had that situation that we just took care of, and I think he's gonna be just fine.
Out front, the homeowners arrive. They've got no idea that this build is turning into a disaster movie.
Well, thank you very, very much.
We'll increase your sugar content.
And I need it tonight. Great.
No scary gift tonight?
No scary gift tonight. I thought, you know, why not just give them a little peace of mind tonight?
Steve, our producer, lies through his teeth.
We're right on schedule. And everything's we're just cooking right now. So you're gonna be very happy.
Inside, our ragged team is on the verge of unraveling.
How's this thing coming?
Do we pick casing?
How's it coming over here?
Do we want to pick casing?
Couldn't be better. Hey, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
That outlet?
You don't want to talk about casing?
That outlet. Do you need it?
I don't want
I'll
it.
just box it in.
No one wants to listen to
Oh,
what I
I'm
say.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying,
No, that's fine.
I'm saying that we're doing,
No, you were saying for you.
we're doing very well.
I just took a quick walk through, trying to see where we are with all these builders, and it's frustrating to see because I know how to get this thing done. I know what kind of mindset it takes. If they don't want to listen to what I have to say, then, you know, I can't help them.
The ticket booth needs a final polish. The screening room has barely gone into production. The light boxes and Walk of Fame are rough cuts at best. And the concession stand is a long way from wrapping.
We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow.
The last morning of build brings an unexpected ray of hope. Daniel pulled off yet another all-nighter, and the massive wiring job is almost finished.
I never left, so it's been a long 28 hours now.
This gentleman right here, you have to respect his work.
Well, thank you, Steve.
Randy stayed late and showed up early. The tin ceiling is almost done. Alicia has finally stepped center stage and is going solo on the ticket booth.
I think we're gonna finish. I think we'll be okay.
Joe has wiped off his tears and recognized that the only way to get John moving faster is to lend him a healthy hand.
I think we'll finish by midnight. No, I go back and forth, man. Just like this file.
This outburst of progress leaves Steve feeling a need to spread the love.
How about a hug?
Yeah, good.
No, seriously, how about a hug?
And that's my mistake.
Monster House decorator Tara Stevenson arrives with an armload of goodies from IKEA.
I got some kind of nice, natural-looking draperies. So I got a great-looking light fixture that we'll put on the back bar at tea lights, some interesting kind of chrome candle holders.
By midday, Randy and Daniel have moved onto the silver screen.
I'm gonna make it in showbiz. Yes, I'm gonna go far. I'm gonna ride in limousines. I'm gonna be a star. 'Cause I got Hollywood presence and
Out back, Joe is taking on his own project, a table for the banquet booth.
I got Hollywood style.
This is the table.
God, it's heavy. Big shot. I'm gonna reach the heights. My name's gonna be on a huge marquee in big, bright, shiny lights. Yeah, I got Hollywood talent, and it might take a little while, but I'm gonna make it in Hollywood, 'cause I got Hollywood style.
We finally hit our stride, and it's on day 5. I think once we finally told John that we're supposed to be done this Friday, he was always assuming next Friday. That was always a problem.
By late afternoon, the crew's momentum still hasn't stopped. Randy sets in the box for the digital projector. The homeowners return, and Joe treats them to his version of a builder-going postal.
Mail time. It's time to get your mail. Got some of your mail.
Thank you.
And Jenny.
And the
some
mailbox.
Mail. And the mailbox.
Thank
How you doing?
Good, good.
How are you?
I'm very tired.
Aren't you guys running out of time? I mean, it looks
Yeah.
like you got very little time
That's why I'm
left.
out here, because I'm scared. I'm very scared.
Yeah.
Jenny, Jeff, and Dan head off to get ready for tomorrow's premiere. As the sun sets, the crew makes a mad dash to wrap this picture before the curtain falls.
Cool. It's gonna work. It's gonna work nice. Getting lazy.
And we cannot fail.
1 hour left. Joe, 1 hour.
Lying on the floor. I got a hammer in my hand and a 2x4.
Randy drives the final nail into the ticket booth. Steve and Joe attach the base to the table, and it's ready for makeup.
He's wiping the stain off this table, which is one of the things that need to be done. In there, they're going to finish wrapping that wallpaper around the island. Hopefully Daniel's gonna get that sink in. I think he's almost finished.
Alicia's wallpapering skills and Daniel's sink work finish off John's epic 5-day concession stand. Steve summons the crew as the final seconds tick off the monster clock. It definitely needs touch-up, but our tired team has miraculously managed to put this production to bed. On Saturday, Tara and her team arrived to give this build the full Hollywood treatment. The projector is in place and the popcorn's popped. And it's finally showtime for our anxious homeowners. It's time for Jenny, Jeff, and Dan to see the final cut of their new Hollywood house.
We're pretty excited, actually, so we're looking forward to it.
Anticipation.
Show us the house.
But first, this week's crew gets a last chance to leave their mark.
So you guys all did a great job this week. You got this house knocked out. It looks wonderful. One last thing that I would like you to do is, in the true tradition of Hollywood, put your handprints in the cement.
And now, it's curtain time.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to your monster house. Hope you enjoy the show. Step to your left.
That's me.
Out back, the builders watch on closed-circuit TV.
Hey, they're smiling. That's a good sign.
Oh, that's nice.
Lots of changes.
Incredible.
Lots of
Yeah,
changes.
nothing I would have ever thought of. This is incredible.
The pictures on the back wall were actually in an episode of I Love Lucy when she went to the Brown Derby.
Really?
Really?
They came from Hollywood Studio Gallery.
Wow.
You're kidding me.
A little bit of Hollywood history for you. We've got the back room, so you
Yeah.
can't see back there now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think maybe we should go take a look. I want.
Oh.
Obviously, it's time to pick your own permanent print to your new house. So what do you think about all this, Jenny?
I think it's wild. It's really wild. We could put our movie posters up there.
She's ear to ear.
Yeah, she hadn't quit.
Oh, she likes it.
Guys, come on into your living room. And of course, you gotta have a big, bad movie screen.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's a big screen.
And you also have a 5.1 surround sound system in your house.
Cool.
From our friends at Just In Time. They wired us up, and so there you go.
I still haven't taken it all in yet.
So you're happy with everything?
Oh, yeah.
Everything?
Wouldn't you want to just sit and chill out and watch movies like that?
Oh, man.
This is amazing. It's incredible. Incredible. Couldn't have dreamed this. This is amazing.
Steve calls in the crew to take their bows.
This is your monster build crew right here.
Amazing work.
Yeah.
Guys. Outstanding.
That's awesome.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. What an incredible job.
Remember us on Super Bowl Sunday.
And guys, I think we have some business to take care of out front. This is my way of saying thank you.
Yeah!
That's the Makita 18-volt cordless combo kit, the Makita 10-inch dual slide compound miter saw, and the ESAD Deluxe outfit, your premium choice for your medium-duty gas welding and cutting. Have at it, they're all yours.
Dude, this is better than any Christmas I ever had.
I think it was neat that we gave them something they can really use and they can really enjoy.
When you see the reaction on the owner's face and you see that you've made the house not only a better place visually, but also a safer environment, that's what makes Monster House work.
Until next week, when who knows, the monster may be coming to your house.
I'm gonna make it in showbiz. Yes, I'm gonna go far. I'm gonna ride in limousines. I'm gonna be a star. 'Cause I got Hollywood presence and $1 million smile. Yes, I'm gonna make it in Hollywood. 'Cause I got Hollywood style. Style.